Hey everybody. Hey Valerie. Rose City Trucks. Rose City Trucks. What a name. Don, Ray, Rongamer, Nikki, Sergio, John, Tara. Good afternoon, everybody. It is 5 p.m. It is 30 minutes of awesome. Here we go. Right here. October 24th. What's on tap? We got Microsoft reporting earnings, and it's popping. We got Google reporting earnings, and it's dropping. And we've got Amazon coming up later in the week, along with Meta, and a ton of other earnings. Glad to have everybody. We also have Q3 GDP hitting this week, and PCE hitting. That's personal consumer expenditures. If you're unfamiliar, that's Jerome Powell's favorite number for inflation. And then, as always, we will do 30 minutes of request. When we wrap this puppy up, 30 MA, 30 minutes of awesome. Glad to have you with me. Alrighty. And we've got my son's coming. On the way. All right. How's everybody doing? Everybody have a fun day? Do your trading view alerts really quote DBO? What do you mean DBO? I'm not sure. ODB? Yeah. my alerts do. Let's see. I could potentially get one to play. Let's see. It's a clip from ODB. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. I'll try to play it for the mic here. Let's see if I can find it. I don't know. I'll have to see if it's parsing media here. Maybe audio. I don't know. I'll have to. It's not when it's probably in alerts, I bet. Let's see if I can find it. It does. It's a little clip. I made the clip myself, so. Let's see. I'm looking. Can't remember what I called it. That's a problem. Let's see. I think it's called Red Alert, but I don't know. Yep, there it is. Let's see. Oh, gotta unmute the phone. There you go. And I'll have to put it back to what it was. Oh no, where is it? There it is. There we go. It's a bottle cap sound is what I normally have. Or my just main phone alert. Anyway, there you go. It is ODB. Good afternoon, everybody. Yeah. So we got Microsoft popping. We got Google dropping. We got Amazon later in the week. We got Meta later in the week. We've got Q3 GDP later in the week. We got PCE, personal consumer expenditures later in the week. And we'll do 30 minutes of your request. So let's go. Let's get it going. We're all here, right? All right. All trading involves a substantial risk of loss. Past performance not necessarily indicative of future results. Just because I say it doesn't mean it'll happen. I may be wrong. I've been wrong before. Probably be wrong again. I may never get anything else right again. This presentation intended to be informational, educational, fun, entertaining, hopefully entertaining. It is not a recommendation to buy or sell any financial instrument, anything. Don't buy stocks, don't buy options, don't buy futures, don't buy Forex, don't buy cryptos, don't buy any of that crap, don't sell any of that crap. You're probably going to lose money if you trade. Now, sometimes people might get things right. Tends to be I get a lot of things right. Hang out with me, maybe you make some money. I don't know, maybe. But if you desire personal financial advice, like you're like, I really need to know if I should buy this, you got to hire and consult a financial advisor who has a fiduciary duty to give you advice based on your financial situation, which is not me. I'm not your advisor, all right? I'm doing some stuff, and you got to make your own decision. So, yeah. Baby, I got your money, That's a good one too. Anyway, so let's get started. What's crack-a-lackin' here? We have the S&P hunting the bottom. Did we find it today? I don't know. I think we could probably go down. It sure does look like we need one more flush out in the small time frames. I don't necessarily think this was it. We're building divergence, but that was not the enthusiastic reversal that I was. This is not the reversal you were hoping for, as the droids might say. These are not the droids you're looking for. So that wasn't the reversal I was looking for, at least so far. We didn't really break any kind of resistance on the upside. We didn't really get any kind of enthusiasm going. And just makes it look like there's probably one more move lower to go in here. Look at this choppy stuff. Look, this was choppy crap. Now, one thing we did have was ES busting the immediate downside pattern right after the close. We got a pop on earnings announcements. We got that pop, and then it rejected right back down. And that may result in a flush out tomorrow to a lower low than we saw right back here, possibly hitting 4160 on the S&P 500 cash index. And that 4160 comes from right back over here. We may see it, and that's a wicked drop. It's like 90 points down. Yeah, be careful. We could see a wicked drop and reversal all in one day. We've seen this before. We saw it last year where we got we dropped 100 points. We recovered 100 points and got like a 50-point up day. All right. Can it happen again? Yeah. Be careful. All right. We're in a treacherous territory, hunting a bottom. We may need one final flush out. All right. Be careful. Be careful, be careful, be careful. That's, I can't say that enough. All right. The account you save may be your own. This thing can do one more flush out. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Be careful. We may be hunting the bottom, and we may need one more flush out, one more big reversal day. So, thank you, Mbuku. Thank you. I do appreciate it, but I just want to, this is not bullish. Look at the small time frames. All right. You don't see that, here, you don't see that stuff. You don't see that lack of conviction to go higher. Here on the small 30-minute time frame, at marginal lower low. Oh, this doesn't look awesome. All right. Hey, Andrew, USA. That's what we're dealing with right there. All right. That just gives me the feeling like we need a flush. Now, we did something similar over here and then blasted off, and then now we're right back down. So, I think we're hunting the bottom until we start breaking out above all these roadmap lines. We're not there yet. Hey, Alan, glad to have you. All right, moving on. Next index, right? Nasdaq spiked it and then reversed it after hours. That also may need one more flush out. Not quite as choppy as the S&P. We've kind of had some choppy, gnarly stuff, but at least that one's on the upper side of the roadmap line. But I don't know. We're hunting the bottom. We haven't confirmed the bottom. We haven't done anything yet. This is at least higher highs going right there. ES at least showing higher highs. We're hunting the bottom. This kind of looks diagonally, and we may see one more flush down before we can get out of here. It could double bottom, could make that move down to 4160. Yeah, we're just stuck. That's right. We're kind of stuck in a funk, and we need to wrap this freaking thing up. One more little thing and a breakout above resistance. We don't seem to be able to break above the resistance, and that means, unfortunately, more downside is in store until such time as we break above resistance. Then we may see a rally that's wicked fast. I mean, we could go up a couple hundred points really quickly. Now, S5FI, one of those favorite things I love to look at right here today, showing a little green. Yeah, a little bit of green. this could be the indication. I've been saying for a couple of days that we were going to double dip. We came down right to the point where we did double dip right to the point where I thought we would. We found support for 2 days now. Is this it? We may see a dip and rip tomorrow. Could see a little spike and take off. We'll see. I mean, I don't know. Like I don't have a crystal ball. I just get a lot of things right a lot of the time. Right now, that's unclear on how we're going to bottom. We do have, like I said, Microsoft, Alphabet, Snap, Visa, Teladoc, Matador, Texas Instruments, Boyd, Range, Weatherford, Boeing, Thermo Fisher, T-Mobile, Hilton, Old Dominion, Vertiv, whatever, ADP, CNX, General Dynamics, and Letha, along with a ton of others that aren't even on here, all reporting before we get to the open tomorrow morning. And then after the close tomorrow, we have Meta, IBM, ServiceNow, Align. And then after the close on Thursday, we have Amazon, Enphase, Intel, Ford, Chipotle. We've got some market moving names on this list this week. All right. I don't think the news matters. I think it's a matter of when we can flush this out and get going positive. I think the downside is limited. I don't think we're crashing. There's too many people expecting a crash. We're probably going higher. It's just a matter of, is it today? Is it tomorrow? Is it next week? Is it next month? I mean, next month's only a few days away. So we're about to get going. So, all right. Anybody seen Bitcoin lately? Holy moly. Look at that baby go. Let's go. Giddy up. I think we've got resistance right up here at 36. We may, you can see we're hitting that 1272. May retrace back down a little bit before we can make the next move up. So, it's classic pattern right here. Classic pattern right up to the 1272. Pull back. And then extend. Right up there. Beautiful chart. That is a beautiful chart right there. Why is JT long Bitcoin? Because this sucker's pent up demand. Now, big news we had. What caused that last night, right? DTCC, I did get this confirmed. A Bloomberg analyst confirmed that DTCC did list the ETF, BlackRock's ETF, in the system. This is the first sign. I'll give you the ticker here in just 1 second, as soon as I can pop it up. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Roll to the right channel. The ticker was IBTC. It's probably not going to show up on here yet since it hasn't traded yet. Oh, look there. It's not listed yet. Yeah. This will be the BlackRock ETF. That's the spot Bitcoin ETF right there. IBTC. If you want to write that down, put it in a watch list, whatever. You won't get to the right ticker yet. It'll be the iShares. Yeah, see it right there. It's already like this is the wrapped wrapped Ethereum and the wrapped USDC. Right, the iShares right there. So now, why aren't any of the miners participating? We saw this back in 2018-19, where Bitcoin started moving, but all the miners and stuff didn't participate. All right. So this is one of those rare instances where you've got to have some faith. All right. There's a lot of dynamics playing out in this market. A lot of people shorting stuff. A lot of people don't believe this is going to do what it's about to do. So please be careful. I mean, look, we had MSTR up 12.5% today. It's my chart of the week. We had, Mara not participating. Well, it was up 11.5%, while Bitcoin was up 7.5%. So it was participating, just not to the level that we would expect it to. All right. We were much higher levels on all the miners when we were over here in the summer. Maybe it was a short squeeze. I don't know. Right now, we're at very depressed levels. Even MSTR playing catch up. That was some huge gaps. Mara, right there, still way down, getting hit with shorts. I mean, it was. Same with Riot. Same with BTBT. Same with HUT. Shorts were attacking these babies left and right. Even coin having a problem trying to break back up where we were, just right over here. So this is one of those moments where, does it make sense? Not really. Is this a huge opportunity for this sucker to get going? Yeah, I mean, look, bid X right there, 2X strategy, couldn't hold it in. It popped way up there today. BITO popping way up there today. Beautiful. Pent up demand right there. Couldn't hold these babies in. So be careful out there. All right. Do they have to go higher? No. But they're going to catch up eventually. Mara sits on ungodly amounts of Bitcoin. They mine ungodly amounts of Bitcoin, like 1,200 a month. You think that as Bitcoin goes up ridiculously higher, that Mara's going to stay down? No. All right. Just the value of their Bitcoin's too much. You know, Riot makes tons of Bitcoin. I mean, BTBT mints tons of Bitcoin. MSTR is sitting on tons of Bitcoin. Another one that's sitting on a ton of Bitcoin that nobody talks about. Hood has as much Bitcoin as MSTR. What are they doing? Nothing. So, weird, right? Dogecoin, and not doing like everything else. Ethereum, that's a higher high, but off the lowest low, still not breaking above the 618 yet. It's got some work to do. Got some work to do. That's that could be the end of it. That was a good spot to reverse. That was the echo of the first move down. We bounced right at the 100%. It got the 618 right up here at 1905. We get above 1905. Gives 23, like 70% odds of coming to fruition before a giant pullback, and gives 25, like, I don't know, 40%, 30 to 40% odds before we would see a giant pullback. So typically, once we get above here, we would see it rise right up here. We would get the pullback like this, and then the extension like that. I'm not trying to predict time. I'm just drawing what might happen. And this might all happen very quickly, like we're seeing with Bitcoin. All right, that's crypto. Russell is still in the dumps, not really participating so far. We may see an extension down here to this prior low where we've bottomed once, twice. Are we gonna do it 3 times? Right around 1650. And we could flush down to a lower low than we saw right back here. That 1638-ish, we could get one more flush down. We'll see what happens on Russell. Oil getting slammed today. Guess what? World War III didn't happen, and we are getting close to the roadmap line. Kind of expect us to flush down, get a lower low than we saw right back here on the 6th, just like almost 3 weeks ago. Get a flush down there, find support, turn up. Then it's time to be bullish again. Otherwise, if we break down, don't hold support, we could go down and retest these lows from back here. So still expecting lower on oil. There won't be an Ethereum ETF for a while. There was a spot Ethereum ETF filed, but it won't be for a while that it gets approved. Gasoline turned down. Probably going to go on the extension. That's classic right there. 1272 back up to the 100 and drip on out to maybe $2 a gallon. We could see this coming up next, right down here. And we went right down to the target, came down to the 1272 extension, back up to the 100. That would be the classic pattern. Beautiful. Heating oil, diesel fuel. Back to the roadmap line. If it can't hold, it may come down to this support down here around 260. Natural gas broke back in the box. I am super cautious that this might drop back down to $2. super cautious. Gold holding up well. The next time we break above these two highs right here at 2,000, it may be game on. We may be game on for the target all the way up here around 2,200. 2,150, 2,200, probably where we're headed on gold. Silver doesn't look as awesome. Just not participating at this point. Still a lower high. Not awesome for silver. Copper, also not awesome. Lowest low we've had in all year. That's the lowest low. We popping up. We popping up a little bit. We've popped up a little bit, but I still think we might drop out. May need a flush down to this 275 area. That would be the A, B, and C drop right there. All right, I'll get the request in just a minute. So just chill out, everybody. Chill for a minute. Chill, chill, chill. All right, that was most of the highlights on the futures. Hit the highlights on most everything else. So NDFI hanging out at 27. That's the Nasdaq stocks above the 50-day moving average. Tell me this: if there's 100 of these, how in the devil is there a decimal to the hundredth decimal? 27.72. If there's 100, like how does a 0.72 of 100? Like how does that work? So something weird's going on with the math there. Anyway, Russell 2000 hanging out down here at 16, below the 20. That one's definitely got the double dip, and we could see this launch out. So lots of signs that we may be working on a reversal in the market. All right. Be careful, be careful, be careful. Expecting us to go lower. All right. Now, let's hit some of the fun ones here. Google getting whacked a little bit. Their AI plays are not as lucrative as people had hoped, I guess. Beating on the top, beating on the bottom. AI outlook got smacked down. That may have just been a retrace they need before they can go higher. Down about 7% right now. When we look back at the daily chart, they're still in the range that they've been in. September 26th, just a month ago, all the way up to October 12th, they're just in that range. It may have needed a touch of the roadmap line in order to go higher. We're getting darn near close. I mean, it's only like $6 more down. That would be, yeah. Microsoft, that was already the chart of the week last week, 2 weeks ago. Let me see. Let me pop it up. Let me go over here and look at the chart of the week. If you didn't know I put out a chart of the week, guess what? I put out a chart of the week. And Microsoft was the chart of the week on Wednesday, October 11th. So was that 2 weeks back? Yeah, 2 weeks back, right there. Had a conservative target of 380. If you want to see the chart, let me pop it up. I'll bring it over and we can look at it. Here's the chart that I published out. Entry above 346, target 380. Right there it is. That was 2 weeks ago. Here we are today, working on that 346. So you haven't missed it yet. 381 or 380 the target. And if you want to go with an aggressive target, that would be all the way up here at 400. So sometimes these things take a little while to come around. Walmart, also a chart of the week. That one had a little dip, but launching off. Target up here, 169, possibly 170. Looking pretty good on Walmart. And then other things, reporting earnings. Let's see. Pull up that list. Pull them up. Frenchy list here. We had Snap. Gotta click back on the right window. Snap is popping a little bit. All right, good for Snap. I think Wrongamer is the only one that uses Snapchat on the call. Then we got Visa. That's what you get hanging out with a bunch of old fogies like us. Visa popping a little bit, not a lot of it, just a little bit. I am kind of bullish on Visa, especially when we break above this prior high right here. Looking for an extension. Yeah, break above the 618, extension at 256, possibly 263. And I'm gonna hit some of the earnings here real quick before we get into requests. So TXN, oh, dumpster fire. Oh man, that is a dumpster fire right there. Look at some of the stuff in the morning. BA, I know we can't trade it, but BA gonna hit in the morning. Kind of expecting that kind of move. Thermo Fisher, TMO. That looks like another dumpster fire. Could flush on down lower. Let's see, T-Mobile. Might break out. We'll have to see. If it can break out, going higher. If it rejects, watch out below. And let's see. Hilton, HLT. Chopping around a little bit. May go higher. ODFL. Right at the roadmap line. If we can find support. I mean, look what we did last time. Right down into the roadmap line. Held. And then ripped out higher. That was one heck of a move. We got all the way to the 1618. And then retraced the roadmap line. Classic. Right back to the breakout point. Classic. The next move. Potentially take us up to 455, maybe 476. So there you go. All right. Enough of that. If you want some more of those off the list, you can ask for them. All right. I'll hit some of the requests. See what we can do here. GLD. GLD. Yeah. Conservative entry above 186. Looking for 195, 200. Potentially on the upside. I didn't even update that to the right targets. There, 197, 204. Looks pretty bullish. If we can break out, that'll be good for a while. All right. Let's see. Anything? Did I miss any other ones? So GLD. Bonds ZB 23. Yeah, UB1. Thought I had bonds on here, but I don't see them at this point. Yeah, ZB 23. I'll go with the constant contract so I can get all the data. There you go. Right to the 1618. I did the pattern too. Look at that. I think I called that a couple weeks ago. Beautiful. Revisited and got the extension. Where do we go from here? Unfortunately, it's unclear. We could go for another extension down here to 102.17, but the higher likelihood thing is to retrace back to the roadmap line. At this point, these two things may come together somewhere over here. We may actually turn like this. Somewhere over here, these two things usually come back together. So we may see a rally in these treasury bonds right here. And the 2-year notes look like they want to. They could go on an extension actually. 118. 5-year notes still looking pretty bad. 10-year notes still looking pretty bad. And ultra bonds. Right down in the 1618. That's Be what I expect, a rally from here. Let's see if this one hit the 1618. A little bit shy. 5-year. 1272. And that one came up a little shy. Yeah. All right, there you go. Mara, long Mara. Yeah, it rejected the roadmap line. We need another attempt to get through. Then we have resistance up here. We can break those things. Odds of a bigger rally taking hold, pretty good. We can see 30, 36, even 25 on this next rally. The head and shoulders has been pending. It got about halfway there, retraced. Head and shoulders plays out up here around 31. Maybe like, what head and shoulders? It was this one over here. It took us like a year to make. And that's a nice move up. Retrace. Could be a big pop coming out of this. Be prepared. And if we put it in log mode, it gets ridiculous. Look at this. Look at these numbers. Usually when something moves over $50, I put it in log mode. Log mode takes us to 75, possibly 140. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. All right. CCL. Oh, added some letters. CCL, getting that retrace. Needs to hold here. If it doesn't hold here, probably going lower. Next support down. It's kind of in a box. It's low probability here and here. Till we get it back above the roadmap line. Oh. If we go lower, doesn't look so hot. Like $2. If we start breaking on down, break below 9, watch out for 2. All right. Yeah, Russell getting dumped. That's true. And Amazon holding the roadmap line. This one has a good case to go higher. It's sitting right on support, just like Microsoft, and it was. Microsoft breaking higher. This one has been lagging the correction all year, or the recovery, whatever you want to call it. This one's been lagging this recovery all year for QQQ. Opportunity for this to catch up big time. Now they can always disappoint and head back down here and retest this support at the bottom of the box. Back down around 113. So I don't see a high probability pattern at this point either way. It didn't hold a 618 like Spot did. You know, Spot, I was kind of bullish coming into earnings because we held a 618 retrace. We popped up. We retraced 618. I was like, you know what? I think we could blast off and head up to the target. That's not the way Amazon looks. All right. Not quite feeling it as much right there. I do kind of expect it to hold, but it could crush my hopes and dreams and go down to this lower support right down here. All right. And Tesla. Remember, when you request one, please let other people go. Don't just give me a whole list. Request one, let somebody else go. Then we'll get another one. The Tesla, I drew that this morning. Looking like we could pop up to the roadmap line and then dump again. Be careful. We get above the roadmap line. Probably coming on up to 350 area. And there we go. Mara did that. SVXY. There's not much to talk about. SVXY. Bouncing off the roadmap line. Above resistance when it moves up through 88. Look for 97. 102 on the upside. I have 20 contracts. 86 for December. So all the way out here, 86. If we just go back to the prior high, 93, I mean, SVXY is saying the correction's probably done. Every time before, thought I colored that a different color. I think I did once upon a time. So every one of these corrections we've done ever since COVID, they don't last but about 20 to 30 bars. Some of them much faster. The longer ones are all like 20 and 30 bars. As you can see, coming off the lows, some of these corrections were very fast. Some of these longest ones, only 20, 30, 36 bars. This one right here, we're at 25 bars. We're right in the vicinity of being done on this correction. This was the longest run we've had. Does that mean we're going to get a longer correction? Probably not. Corrections we don't tend to stay high VIX very long. All right. Just don't. Already back below 20. That was a record long period of trading times between being over 20 or under 20, whatever. Took us a long time to close back above 20. We hadn't closed above 20 since back here. It was like 105 trading sessions. I think it was. Let's see, where was it? Right there. Over here. 141 trading sessions, yeah, to close back above 20. Took a while. We don't usually go that long. That was in the top like 1% of durations between spiking above 20. Anyway, moving on. TQQQ is probably going with QQQ. I mean, stuck on the roadmap line. And zoom it up. We're just kind of stuck right there. That's a series of lower highs. Be careful. Got to break out to go higher. If we do, could be massive. I do hold some of these contracts out to next year. Don't know the strike, don't know the price. 50 and 55 are the upside. I'm probably at 40, I think. All right. TMV is, well, I got that target. Retrace back to the 100. Next move up. I mean, it kind of did it there. Incrementally higher. Retrace. Can it get up here? Maybe. Maybe. If it fails back below these, it's probably coming back to the roadmap line. So that's the line in the sand at this point, right there. We get below that, probably coming back down right there. Yeah, I hit snap already. And stuck under the roadmap line that looks bearish. And SMH is stuck on the roadmap line. Can it bounce? I don't know. That's a downtrend. Until we break the downtrend, that downtrend will continue. It's kind of like the meetings will continue until morale improves. The downtrend will continue until we break above resistance. Did Amazon, JPM is stuck on the roadmap line. Stuck. Tried to break up, came right back down, made a lower low. That's not overly bullish. Have not been able to break above. I thought we may need a little deeper pull down. We may need to move down to 133 to make this fib line work right. And watch for support here, turn higher. If not, watch out down below. All right, PLD. Wow. That's not good. It may very well go on an extension lower. That it's below support. If that doesn't like save the day pretty quickly here, we're probably on a path to at least retest the prior low. And really, the roadmap pattern says we're like 70% likely to get a flush down to 84 or 85-ish. Watch out below. I already covered Hilt a minute ago. GS wasn't a lot on Hilton. GS is just chopping. May need to break down lower. That is, so we had this pattern. It didn't break above. Right there would be target. First target, second target would be an extension to a lower low. Right there, didn't do that pattern. Came down, bounced off the 618. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. More than likely. And whoops, I just scrolled way too many tickers. Uber. Yeah, potential to bounce off the roadmap line. Oh, we finally got there. It just took twice as long as I thought we might take. Could go a little bit lower. Yeah, support around 41-ish. Break back above 46, going up to 51, 54. Immediately, that's kind of bearish though. Got a little downtrend of highs going. Got to break above that support. It's right there at the 618. I mean, it's got to. I mean, resistance. Got to break above. Resistance is above us. Got to break above the resistance. Get tongue-tied on this stuff. PXD is a buyout. There's no direction. It's like it's done. It's a deal. It's a buyout. If you were unaware of the buyout, there's nothing to do here. Your buyout price is set. The deal is basically done. Now you could play for this deal falling apart and getting rejected, or you can play for the buyout price. Like you buy now and you just hold it through the buyout and you'll get the buyout deal. So the buy price is 274. If you want to make the difference between 244 and 274, and the risk is the deal falls apart, gets rejected, but that's the risk there. So right now you've got 244, 274 right there. Roughly 12% upside. If it were to pull back on earnings, you'd have even more upside. The deal is at 274 though. That's the buyout. I very sloppily put it there. So if it retraced to the roadmap line, that's what you'd have. You know, so far we came up to that high at 256. We've dropped back a little bit. I mean, I don't know what to say. There's a buyout, and it's the price is already set. SGEN. Yeah, that's a target. 1272, 222 would be the 1618 extension. Then probably come back to the roadmap line. WNT, kind of hit that already. Targets 169, 174. And S-Bucks. That looks like a wicked downtrend to me. Watch out for that to continue on the next earnings coming up next week. Could it break out? Yeah, it could, but that looks like it's going to continue on down. TMUS already covered. WSM, I think I covered TMUS. WSM, just kind of chopping in the orange box. That's resistance, that's support. just mess around in there. 100, I mean, it's a 75-point range. It set that range from June last year to August last year. So a month and a half, roughly. Not even a month and a half. That was the end of June. So, yeah, July, all July and August. Month and a half, yeah. So 45 days. And we've just been inside that range ever since. Don't expect it to do anything but just keep drifting sideways. That's why I put a big arrow over here, and it's still a big arrow. And I'll touch back on T-Mobile has no pattern downtrend. We could get above the downtrend, possibly going higher, but right now, I mean, just doesn't look too frosty, my friend. Could it break out? Sure. I need a close up here above it to illustrate any kind of positive action here. So far, holding the 618 right there at 143. If we get above 162, 172, potential upsides. PLTR. We're at the PLTR. Is just churning. Rejected. That could be part of a deeper correction. Be very, very careful. That can easily come down here. We came up shy of my target up here before. Now that leaves us open to turn down and head down here. I stepped off of this thing back over here before the last pop. Just not feeling it. And playing on Tesla's a little bit like playing with fire. Not quite like playing with nitroglycerin, like 100x leverage options, but you know, hey. Northrop Grumman. Get the words out. Reports earnings on Thursday this week. That looks like the potential path at this point. Just kind of stuck here on the. Couldn't get continuation up here. Back below that, those prior highs, not a good thing to be doing. Needs to turn back up higher. Hold above that line of prior highs and move up higher. Looks like it went for the gap fill. We need to get going up higher. If this thing messes around very much longer, we're going lower, low. So, all right, VVD. Oh, that VVD said it was buy. I don't remember which one we were talking about. CRM, stuck on the roadmap line. May go for an extension right there. Could that be the bottom? It could. Might it extend a little lower? It might. If we turn up higher, 249, 262 on the upside. Yeah. That looks like it might hold. So, all right. PFE. Pfizer. Tell me, where are you wrong? What are you doing? Where's the target? I mean, 24? Why are you making lows lower than, I mean, what do you think we're doing? We going to COVID lows? Trading short? I mean, hopefully you're short. That's no bueno. Nothing really holding it but from doing that. Got that low, we got that low. Got that low. I mean, maybe we find support right there. But I wouldn't count on it. That looks pretty bad. I can lose half the value, 50% haircut dropping in there. Be careful on Pfizer. I would not buy that on a, I mean, I'd not be buying that. That's a, just for the sake of it, let's circle back for a second. This is Biopharma. 1, Biopharma. Be careful. And 2, it looks like a freaking dumpster fire. Be careful. My animation for dumpster fire apparently not playing. Awesome. TTD. Stuck on the roadmap line. If we get above these highs at 86.50, 97.105 will be the upside targets, possibly 119, but that gets, I don't know. I mean, it did a heck of a run last time it bounced off the roadmap line over here. If it did that again, I mean, well, it'd actually be off of that low right there. Plausible. Gonna take a lot of energy. All right. Spot. I'm gonna briefly touch on this. Targets are 195, 213. And we could do something bigger. Has even bigger potential. We get above that area right around 260. Take us up to 464, 571. I don't think that's happening in the short term. 195 would be a lofty goal. That's going to be much bigger, longer term targets. We'll probably get a few pullbacks between now and then. Alrighty. SC is stuck in a downtrend. 28. I would expect 28. We may be held in by the roadmap line and may retrace up to it before we can get the extension down further. MRK is below the roadmap line. I don't know. Unclear. We get below that, watch out below. If we can hold that, get back above the roadmap line, positive 123, 128. Biotech Pharma, be careful. All right. And apparently my whole thing is goofed up now. So cool. Won't be able to do any more warnings. All right. Lost on PLTR. Yeah, I got out. I mean, I was in at 9, 8. No. Well, I was in at 9 and 6. Or 650 or something like that. Did we get to 6? Yeah. I was in at 6. So I was in at 9 and in at 6. Got out at like 16, I think it was. 16 or 17 right there. It popped on up, missed my target. Now it's just been in a correction. Probably going to go lower, back down to this 12 area. So be careful. Be careful. And NVO. Now, I mean, the sky is the limit with NVO and Lilly. Crazy upside potential, but probably going to retrace at some point here because this is a wicked upside. I mean, how high did she go without getting a big retrace? It hadn't touched the roadmap line since back here a year ago. And we've definitely been pushing the limits of this move. Watch out. We're probably going to come back to the roadmap line, maybe even do a deeper retrace. Yeah, we can see a move back in the 70 area. This is splitted price action here. We did a 2-for-1, so we cut these prices in half. But be careful. And on the flip side of the GLP-1 move, that one you got to be careful too. I mean, let's be serious here. Like, these are a bit dangerous at this point. We are way elevated. I mean, that's been since March, since we were down here. NVO, was October. So these are, while they are printing money, they're probably going to come back to the roadmap line here, both of them at some point for the too long a future. All right. MCD is headed down the toilet. Got like a bigger retrace target for McDonald's. I mean, let's look at this. Look, that was one heck of a move off of the COVID low. That went from 123 all the way up here to almost 300. Probably going to come back to earth a little bit, back down around 200. Maybe like, no way. I don't even have it all the way to the bottom. You may be like, no way, Jose. Well, we'll see. All right. Easily come back to this 205 area, maybe even 184, and find support. Then we can set up for the next move. All right. And if I've said anything today to help you out, you appreciate anything, give me a thumbs up. I love it. You tells YouTube that maybe something I'm saying is worthwhile. I did Walmart. Pull the slider back. We've done Walmart. I think this will be the third time. 166, 174. And it was the chart of the week. I don't even know where I popped that up. I think I posted it on X/Twitter. Posted it on, I don't even know where it went. Probably closed it. And pop it up again. It was the chart of the week right here. It's on, I think I posted it on X. Maybe I just put it in Discord. Anyway, it's in the chart of the week channel in Discord. Everybody can access it. It's not a paid thing. So there you go. That was Microsoft. Walmart. It's right here. That was chart of the week. I know that one was on X for sure last week. Follow me on X. Jeffrey Turnemeyer. I think the link is in the description, maybe. 169 right there. Oh, I just closed the wrong window. That sucks. I just closed Discord. That was awesome. All right. There you go. It is right at 6 o'clock. I'll hit a couple more, and then I'm going to wrap this baby up. Cisco. CSCO, right back to the roadmap line. Look at that, 1618. Look, perfect. 1618, right back to the roadmap line. Happens all the time. Maybe go a little bit lower. 51 support. Next extension, 59.61 on the upside. And then cost. Stuck. If we break below this support box right here, watch out below. Got to get above. If we don't break above, watch out. This thing has this pattern. Here's the range. It's got a ridiculous range. 737 and 300. This pattern it's set up right here. This move from April 22 down to May 22, like 1 month, set up this range. And we squeezed it out. We drifted a little higher out of it. Can't get continuation. It may fail down to 300. Please be careful on cost. FIVE, right up to the roadmap line. Be careful. That's not breaking above the roadmap line. That's holding the roadmap line. That can easily go on extension lower. 5 below can go to the 1272 below at 135. Lower high, lower high. Even has resistance. I mean, Just strictly speaking, high. Has a little headroom up to 196 and can still drop down to the lower prices here. TJX. I'm probably going to go back to the roadmap line. Came out to the extensions. Looks like it did the first move down. Retrace. There's the market back open. Now 6 o'clock. Support down here. And potential to go out to 95, 97 on the upside. There you go. I will be live again tomorrow morning at 9:15 for the Morning Monster. We'll talk about what's crapping, what's happening. We have earnings coming out. More earnings hitting in the morning. Like I said, we got Boeing, Thermo Fisher, T-Mobile, Hilton, Old Dominion, Vertiv, ADP, CNX, General Dynamics, Lithia, Driveway. All these hitting tomorrow morning before the open, along with the actual open for Microsoft, Alphabet, Snap, Visa, Teladoc after they have reported earnings this evening. It's likely to be a crazy day. Now, as of right now, kind of expecting possibly another flush out before we can go higher. Be careful out there. Come see me in the morning. We'll have the overnight action that we can digest, go through, and see what we got set up for the day. All during the Morning Monster show. I drink my Monster, kind of go through the markets, give you my bias and setup for the day, look at what's moving. Come join me, like, subscribe, hit the like button right over here, or the subscribe button right over here. There's my thing came back. Hit the button right over here, right there. Subscribe, hit the bell with the notifications. I'll see you in the morning. Bye for now.